guys? Stuart Pidlong, the most targeted citizen. See me struggle, I'm out of power steering fluid. When I filled it up, it used to last 3 or 4 weeks. Now the crack in the tank gotten bigger. Now it don't last 2 days. The pump works fine. It's just the tank's got a hole in it. Anybody comes in, please say hello. I know you're alive. Not that anybody cares if I'm alive. Because nobody knows, nobody cares, nobody seems to worry. I don't think Memorial Day is really a holiday. I mean, it's a holiday, but it's really not a holiday. Oh my God, that woman's getting her big, beautiful trees butchered. Why do people butcher big, beautiful trees? I will never understand. It's gonna fall on the house! And let it fall on the house. When you cut a tree down that's around your house, you're gonna make your power bill go through the roof. Shade cools your home. Shade cools the wind around your home. Did you know trees can also protect your home during a frost? How would that be? Because a tree has a lot more warmth in the ground under it. No, it doesn't. That's impossible. Always. What's up, Vito? It's not a day off. I hate holidays. Even the made-up ones I cannot stand because it reminds me of just how alone I really am. Now, I should not complain because I got to see the 3 most important people in my life. That's my daughters and my grandson. So that was a good deal. That was a good time. I always get to spend time with my children. But it always seems, and it is, not that it seems, it always is in my children's life because they were removed from me. And I think my oldest daughter was taken away when she was like 14, and the youngest one was taken away, I think she was like maybe 9 or 10. Now these girls were daddy's girls until they were kidnapped by the state, convicted of no crime, accused of no crime. Weird, huh? How your kids can be stolen when you did nothing wrong, nothing illegal. Isn't that strange? Why? Because the state wants our children. The state wants you to breed so you can have children and they can take them. So it's been bred into my children that I am to always be last place. It's like yesterday, my oldest daughter went and spent, and this is the way it is on every holiday. Christmas time, Christmas Eve, my daughters would spend with their mother and grandmother, their mother's mother. And the Sunday, the Christmas day, would all with my mom and dad and my family, where I'm not allowed to be. So everybody else gets the best, and I only get what's left over. Now, speaking as a father whose children was stolen from him, I'll take all I can get. It just don't seem like much. So yesterday, my oldest daughter went to my mom and dad's house for the day, so I didn't get to spend time with her. And like today, my youngest daughter's like, honey, let's go fry some pork chops on the grill. We can do it tomorrow. I got stuff to do. So it's always, everybody else has got something to do when I should be the priority. And that's the hard part in life, is being no one's priority. So I should feel blessed, and I am blessed that I got to spend a little bit of time with my daughters today. It's never enough. It's the sad part, is losing that time with your children, seeing them grow up and live their lives, but you want to be in their life. I think the worst part of it is not getting the love and affection and really the time that I desire with my children. But if God forbid they need me, I'm the first. If they need something, I'm the first one they call. Every time. No questions asked. I'm it. Boop. because neither one of my daughters really have men. They have boys, which is another problem. It's a big problem. I mean, just the little things. It's like I took my daughter a couple of weeks ago when we went to Charlotte to see the pulmonologist, the lung doctor for the boy. And I was like, "Have you checked the oil lately?" "No, you checked it last." I was like, "What do you mean? What's up, Mossy man?" I said, "What do you mean I checked it last? Why didn't your boyfriend check it?" He don't know how to." I was like, "What? You don't know how to check it?" So every time I see my daughter, I've got to check her oil. Every time I see my other daughter, "Have you changed your oil?" I'm going to check your oil. Every time my youngest daughter comes over, I've got to clean the trash out of her car from, I don't know, kids just don't. My youngest daughter takes better care of her vehicle than my oldest daughter does, but my oldest daughter is just overwhelmed with raising a kid, raising that boy. It's just really lonely. This life is really, really lonely. It's like yesterday. The phone rang early, usually on Sundays, because Tina's got her own store. She manages her own store. She sets the schedule. Well, usually on Sundays, she doesn't go until like 1 o'clock. Well, the alarm went off, or somebody called yesterday morning at 6:30, and she was gone. So here I am all day. Of course, Mason's on the mountain, school's out. He's on the mountain, he's gone. I won't see him for a couple of weeks. So I'm out working, doing my thing, because that's all I have to do is work. I don't get to enjoy. There's nothing I get to enjoy. Nothing. I don't ever get to just go sit down and spend time with people I love. I don't ever get to just sit around and relax. There's nothing for me to do. My time used to be get on my motorcycle and go. And then go get on the other motorcycle and go. And then go get on the other motorcycle and go. So I had 5 motorcycles, 5 Harleys to choose from to go get on and ride. Now I don't have even one. And I'm struggling just to keep this car running. It sounds like a big session, but man, being a TI is a lonely life. I'm going to say something. I don't know if it's being cleared with the person that told me. She didn't say, and it's another targeted individual, she did not say it was confidential. I'm not going to mention names, you wouldn't know her anyway, but I've been texting her, "Hey friend, I miss you. So we talk on the phone. It used to be once a week, and it's been like months since I talked to her. It's like she just ghosted me." Thanks, boss man. I pray for you too, buddy. So she just ghosted me. So I texted her the other night. I was like, "Hey, I miss you. I want to talk to you, friend." And then I get email. So I emailed, and she said the last 2 times that she's talked to me on the phone, within an hour of talking to me on the phone, she got pulled over and was written a ticket. The last 2 times she has physically spoke to me, a cop pulled her over and gave her. It's like other TIs that have contacted me. As soon as they contacted me, things started going screwy in their lives. So you mean these agents don't want anyone to converse with me? I mean, you can see it on my channel, guys. You hardly ever get the notifications when I go live. When a video posts, nobody hardly ever gets to see it. Comments are deleted. Anybody that's pretty much, I don't want to say agreeing, but supportive and encouraging, they block those comments. I don't erase them. But the comments that are just vitriol and hate and discouragement, boom, they come on right on through. So, literally, I'm in a digital prison. I don't know if you know or not. Joe Biden's getting ready to sign us up with the World Health Organization, where anything that they proclaim will happen. So the WHO says they have to shut America down for some kind of virus. They'll shut America down for a virus. Hitler took Nazi Germany by healthcare. Healthcare was the first thing. Obama implemented Obamacare, which was the first step. And before him, the Patriot Act was the first step of the digital security, the digital prison by the Patriot Act. The new additions to the Patriot Act is the Patriot Act with steroids straight in your eye socket. Straight to the brain. The highest level of surveillance ever. What you don't understand is the social credit score system that is being used in China was tested on me and other hard-targeted individuals. It's all tested on us. Facial recognition, voice recognition, fingerprints are Stone Age compared to the technology they get just from our resonant frequencies. When digital currency goes through, there is no more. There is no more buying and selling and trading. There is no, you go get gas and drive where you want to. When they control digital dollars, you only go when and where they tell you you can go. That's why there's 3 or 4 different reasons. Gosh, I had that one mole cut off my back, and it's now a keloid, and it burns and itches. Just like the keloid underneath my arm. I should have left the mole alone. But I lost my thought. The Biden administration, which is the Obama administration, Biden, you could say the Biden administration, totally controlled by the New World Order, totally controlled by China. So we shut down the fuel, we shut down oil in America, we shut it down, we push electric vehicles. Why? It's horrible technology, absolutely. It costs more money, absolutely. It's worse on the environment, absolutely. All the worst things are on the side of electric vehicles. Why? Mainly because China is the only one that produces the batteries. China. How does China produce the batteries? Because China owns the nations that have the minerals. China owns, I think the last count was like 96% of all minerals on Earth. China owns. So the lithium, the copper, cadmium, all that. China went to Africa and said, hey, we love you. I'm going to build you a railroad. And for the use of our railroad, just give us permission to put your people to work digging minerals out of the ground. Okie dokie. Well, China does that while at the same time greasing the palms of all the corrupt Africans because they're corrupt. So at the same time they're greasing palms and promising the railroad, there's a bill that is due to China. China knows the whole system's corrupt. China knows that they can't pay the bill off. So then China goes and takes the whole country over by saying, you're welcome. We built your railroad. Thank you for giving us control over all your mineral deposits. Just like with Afghanistan, we drew out, not because the war was bad, because the war, we had no business being there. Afghanistan has the largest lithium deposits in the world. There's another deposit that I cannot remember at this time that is one of the most important in batteries. I can't remember what it is, but it's a huge, I think it was like 1 trillion or trillions, $15 trillion worth of this mineral supply in Afghanistan. Isn't that lovely? So everything is to promote China and Russia. Russia has the fuel. Russia has the food. Like Ukraine, you realize that all of Europe is still being fed because all the food from Europe comes from Ukraine. If there was a war going on, in Ukraine, who do you think would be tending the fields? They're still farming because there is no war in Ukraine. It's a lie. They're taking all of our tax dollars, giving it to the oligarchs in Ukraine, and they're washing the money and giving it back to the corrupt communists running the show. And here's you and I. Can't get any help. Despicable. I spent about 3 hours yesterday just driving different places, buying things and getting free things. So, just running myself to death. When the WHO takes over, America's done. I mean, it's already done. All they got to do is shut down. Listen, stop believing that we're going to be able to elect a president. China is currently surrounding Taiwan. Taiwan is done. Other countries are surrounding Israel. For all you people that want to keep supporting Palestine, you're on the wrong team. God says, those who bless Israel, I will bless. Those who condemned Israel, I will condemn. Are some Jews absolutely evil? Absolutely, yes. They will spit, rob, assault, and kill Christians, and they do daily. Who would ever think that the places that Jesus Christ walked would have millions of queers having a parade? The footsteps of Jesus, and they have a pride parade. That's the height of blasphemy. 92,000 miles we just crossed, guys. 92,000. I barely get your notifications and my comments get erased sometimes. Yes, they do. Got a gang stalker in front of me doing 40 miles an hour. I assume they're text messaging or illegal aliens. Oh, she's just a little old lady going 32 miles an hour. No hurry. Anybody else got a comment? But yeah, everybody pray for my... Things are really starting to amp up. She said, my friend who got pulled over again, please pray for her. God knows who she is. Just say a prayer for her. She said her targeting is worse than ever. Guys, I'm going to give you the best advice I can give you. Pretend like it's not even happening. Keep thanking God, because I'm telling you, this positive stuff it has merit. Being positive. You are a magnet. What's up, TN News? You are a magnet for good or for evil. If you are concentrating on all the evil that's going on around you, gang stalking, the vandalism, the directed energy weapons, if you're concentrating on all the darkness this world has to offer, that darkness latches onto you like static cling. When you take your clothes straight out of the dryer and rub them on the carpet and everything sticks to it, darkness does the same thing. It sticks to you. So you got to be a child of the light. If you're sinning and you feel bad about it, instantly you're getting closer to God. If you do something morally wrong against God's word and you feel it, as soon as you do it, you're getting closer to God. if you're openly cussing and stealing and lying and cheating and doing bad things and it doesn't affect you, what's up, Miss Carol? And it doesn't affect you, you are so far away from God. You're right on the edge of being a reprobate. I'm not bragging, and I'm not asking God for praise or anyone else. But the last 2 times airplanes have come over to stalk me, I'm just like, bless them, Lord. Bless them, Lord. That's why I just don't film them anymore. I just don't record them. And just because I don't record the stalking doesn't mean it isn't happening. Okay? You get up to your comment. My grandson has to be in Nashville tomorrow to start his chemo. Everyone, please pray. I will attend these. God bless you, man. I'm telling you, these hospitals are great now. I wish you had a different option than chemo, because chemo is pretty much death. It's poison in your body. Chemo is a horrible thing. So I'll get the prayer team going. So God bless you, man. I'm praying for you, TN News. Just nothing more heart-wrenching to see your children go through their children being attacked, because that's our blood, man. My grandson is the light of my family. I wish that my family name hadn't been stolen from my sister, but that's the world we're in, unfortunately. For I would not, brethren, that ye should be ignorant of this mystery, lest you should be wise in your own conceit. Yep. Blindness in part is happened to Israel until the fullness of the Gentiles be come in. And see, that's a question that I have about the Jews. Some people say, hey, it's God's children, they can do what they want. But my Bible tells me, if you don't accept Jesus Christ and your Lord and Savior, then you're going to go to hell. So the Jewish people, the Zionists, they've had 5,000 years of God's grace. This is what people don't understand is they walked the desert for 40 years. They were walking the desert. No, they were just walking around in circles. God had the promised land. God fed them manna, literally food from heaven fell to the ground. They picked it up and ate it. They didn't have to hunt for it. They didn't have to kill it. They didn't have to grow it. God gave them everything they needed to survive, and all they could do was complain. So here I am complaining because people don't spend time with me. Here I am complaining because I don't like being alone. I've still got a full belly. I still got food. God's still giving me a place, a roof over my head. God's still providing. It's just hard to see it through all the heartache. It's hard to see the good in all the negative stuff that hits me in the face. But what I don't get, and listen, I listen to a lot of pastors. I would have started to name one, but the names just left me. I like John MacArthur, but he doesn't believe, he's a cessationist. He doesn't believe in gifts of the Spirit. He doesn't believe that God's still performing miracles. There's the Mark pastor that was in that controversy the other month about the male stripper in church. I like him. He's a man preacher. I like Dean Odell. The problem with Dean Odell is he doesn't believe that America is Mystery Babylon in the Bible. Are you telling me that the most wealthy, the most powerful, the most generous country in the world isn't mentioned in the Bible? Well, of course it is. God's not going to leave us out. He says, Dean Odell says that Mystery Babylon is the Roman Catholic Church. No, it's not. It's not. America's the great whore, Mystery Babylon. So he's like, God's wrath is going to come. Well, yeah, it is. You see, Israel will not be destroyed until the end. But they're going to take us out first. When they take us out, then it's free reign on Israel. Literally, it says the 200 million man army will march over the Euphrates River. The Euphrates River leads straight to Israel. Let's see, Judah, Benjamin, Levi are the only tribes that were technically Jewish. The others are just plain old Israelites. Well, there you go. But me being a Gentile, as long as I'm in with God, I'm under His favor. I'm under that. But Jews don't want us as part of the family. Look at all the Mexicans. Wow. I don't know about your town, but my town is being invaded. Hickory, North Carolina's done. It is invaded beyond measure. They are everywhere. You can't go anywhere in this town without hearing Spanish. Everywhere I go, there's Spanish people just chiming out. Blah, 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 blah. Another thing I gotta do, I gotta love my neighbor. God softened my heart, but it's still so hard. It's still so hard to keep my head up and not feel bad about it. It is what it is. The only way to the Father is through the Son. Absolutely. How many people are in here? Anybody got a count? Give me a second. I'll get right back with you. So I think, what's Memorial Day about? We got 8. Wow. Well, they're really letting me shine today, aren't they? So Memorial Day is what? It's about what? People that died in the war. Isn't that what Memorial Day is? People that died in the war. Died for what? The last soldiers that fought for America was the Civil War. That was it. There's not been a war to protect America since the Civil War. You could say World War II, but that was all a false flag too. I was listening to Michael Flynn, General Michael Flynn today on Crowder. And he, oh my God, that's a huge hawk. He was suggesting that Abraham Lincoln was a Democrat. I was like, no, he was a communist. I mean, he's a Republican, but he was a Democrat. And I was like, no, he was a Republican in name. It's silly. Of course, what do I know? I'm the dumbass, right? Anyway, God bless you guys. Mossy Man, God bless you. Everybody praying for the man's grandchild who's going to chemo tomorrow, TN News. Everybody pray for him, please. Him or her, whoever it may be. Pray for him. Pray that God heals that little baby. Miraculous healing. God can do it. God made sure that my grandson survived. God bless you guys. Have a good day.